All right, good morning, traders. Today is August 27th, 2024. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land. I'm talking about Facebook, Rumble, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Thank you for all the kind comments. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 560.05. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 are in daily uptrends except for IWM. Diamond Dow, XLI, and XLF, that's our industrial sector, and our financial sector made new all-time highs yesterday. SPY closed with a 2-hour downtrend and a 10-minute downtrend. FNGU made a lower high and a lower low, closing underneath the bearish cross under the 17 EMA. QQQ made a lower high and a lower low, closing inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. IWM and SPY both made higher highs and higher lows, closing over their bullish traps over the 17 EMAs. Gold and silver, both in uptrends, made higher highs and higher lows, closing over their bullish traps over the 17 EMAs. UNG in an uptrend, doesn't know that it's in an uptrend because it's acting like a bear, made a lower high and a lower low, closing underneath a bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. USO in an uptrend made a higher high and a higher low, closing over a bullish trap, big gap up over the 17 EMA. US dollar index in a downtrend, closed near the 100.89 area. All right, let's take a look at some charts. First chart, let's take a look at SPY price action. Got a higher low and a higher high, closing over the bullish trap on the daily candle for SPY over the 17 EMA. SPY in an uptrend. It's consolidating through here. I expect it to consolidate probably a couple more days, at least maybe another week or so. All right, we got up here in a hurry. It's going to take us a little while to process everything that happened. All right, on the 2-hour chart, we have a 2-hour down. Well, we got it into the close. We got a 2-hour downtrend. In the pre-market, we got a 2-hour uptrend. All right, so what I'm looking at here is we got price action. Now we had price come up through here. All right, now let's just move these channels out just a little bit so you can see what I'm looking at and what I'm saying is a possibility. All right, so price came all the way up to here and then it pulled back to here. All right, so I'm thinking like, and now it's gone up to here, maybe a pullback to here again, create the W pattern, and then back up, bounce off of there after find some support. Back up, challenge the highs again, maybe a half back, and then a rip up. All right, that's a 2-hour chart. So that's a possibility right there. We're consolidating on this 2-hour chart. You can see here's a pullback, move back up, challenge the highs, made a slightly higher high, not a significant higher high. I'm thinking maybe a pullback to this 555, 554 area. We'll see what they want to do this morning. They're currently kind of falling out of the sky right now. All right, so we'll see what's going to happen. All right, so yesterday was a move down for the most part, so maybe a move down to 555.06. So underneath 560, all right, I'd be looking for 10-minute downtrends where red erases green, and I'd have my target right around 555 or so. All right. So that's what I'm looking for this morning. And let's take a look at the SPY 10-minute chart. 10-minute chart. Here we go. Okay. 10-minute chart. You can see right now starting a 10-minute downtrend, crossing under right there. Okay. And we closed yesterday. We had a 10-minute. Well, we had a 10-minute uptrend for a brief second, and then we lost it right after. So there we go. But you can see here's price moving down today from here, kind of moving down through here. So Maybe a little bit further if we open this up some. Maybe they want to come back down here and visit this. So I'm looking at, possibility come back down to this area. Maybe somewhere around this area right here. Got a little support there and there. So we can see we probably could put a line right about here. This may be a target sometime today, right about there, 557. And maybe they create a higher low and start a wedge instead of a W pattern. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they want to do. This would be the lowest of the low on the wedge. Look for price to probably hold up here at 557. Maybe even bounce off this area and start moving back up. We'll see. So there's SPY. Let's take all that off there. And let's take a look at QQQ. All right. Look at QQQ on the daily chart. What do we got? QQQ, nice move up. Okay. Lower high, lower low in an uptrend. Closing inside bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Still bullish ever since it took out that high right there. Okay. QQQ in an uptrend. All right. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM needs to take out this high to be in an uptrend. Okay, it's in a downtrend, but it's acting like a bull. But in order to change the trend, got to make higher highs and higher lows. All right, are we moving up? Yes, we are. Takes out that high, we're in an uptrend. All right, yesterday's price action, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. IWM still in a downtrend, but definitely acting like a bull right there. Diamond Dow put in new all-time high yesterday. So it took out this high, became in an uptrend, and made a new all-time high for Diamond Dow. FNGU, now this is the one I'm worried about right here. FNGU price action yesterday. Got a lower high and a lower low, closing under the bearish trap, or under the bearish cross, and under the 17 EMA. Okay, so we need this, especially in SPY, because this is the leash and SPY is the dog, and this is what jerks the SPY around, is these big caps because they're so heavily weighted in here. So here's FNGU, and I need this to kind of hold and consolidate through here and start to hook up. Okay, looking for a J hook to form somewhere around here. Problem is, it may have to come all the way down here to find some support, right down here to 365. We'll see what it wants to do. This morning we are higher currently. This is the rubber band candle. If you look at the 200 SMA on the 15-minute chart, we'll take a look at that in just a few minutes here. So I did Diamond Dow, we did QQQ, SPY, FNGU, IWM. Let's go take a look at our technicals. T2122, we camped out in the overbought zone all day yesterday. Nice work. Even though the SPY came down some, it did make a higher high and a higher low, but we camped out for T2122. We camped out in the overbought zone. That's very bullish. T2123, okay, green from almost to the beginning of the day to the end of the day. Got about 3 resting candle bars, red resting candle bars in there. But all in all, nice move up. Did not fill the gap. That is a bullish sign. Did not fill a gap. That's a bullish sign. Up over the 200 SMA with a lot of space. That's a bullish sign. Up over the prior all-time highs. That is bullish. In striking distance of tacking the recent all-time highs right there. Okay, so that is a bullish sign as well. Moving up like this. Everything's looking good. T2123. Just don't put in an exhaustion candle. That's all I'm asking. All right? Just do the little grind, little itsy bits. Keep moving up. That's what I'd like to see. 3-bar chart. Same thing. T2123. 3 more green candle bars. Whole lot of space opening up between this 17 EMA and the price action up over a rising 200 SMA like that. This is a nice bull flag. A little sloppy, but Hey, it's a bull flag. I'll take it. Nice work there on T21.23. FNGU indicator. Okay, so here we are. We had a wedge and we broke to the south side of the wedge. Not liking that. Okay, this was the spike candle right through here. That makes this the rubber band candle. Do not want to break below these lows right here. Okay, 383.47. Okay, that could, we fall below that, then we're coming down to here, 362.73. And there's not a lot of support, 362.73. So it could just keep falling all the way back down. We'll see what happens, all right? Do not like this bear flag. I like to see them get back up on the top of this 200 SMA. All right, 200 SMA is the point of interest, making yesterday's price action the rubber band candle, which I do not want to see broken, all right? Especially for the bulls with the SPY. So we'll see what happens here with FNGU. Need this to act bullish and make green candle bars on this 17 EMA, especially on the 15-minute. Like to see a lot of green. It can do red, green, as long as it goes to the right or slants to the upside. So there's FNGU. Let's take a look at a few sectors. All right, we'll start off with, hey, let's just start off with some good news. Let's start off with precious metal sector. All right, so we'll start off with SLV. SLV in an uptrend ever since it took out this high right here. Price action for SLV. Higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Same with GLD, all right? GLD also in an uptrend. GLD put in a new all-time high last week. Price action for yesterday. Higher low, higher high, same as SLV. Climbing up over this bullish trap over the 17 EMA. SLV. So SLV and GLD both in nice strong uptrends. All right, let's take a look at USO. Take a look at the energy market. Nice gap up on USO yesterday. Higher high, higher low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA there. So USO in an uptrend. All right, you wouldn't know it was in an uptrend with all this fall down right here. They got in an uptrend by breaking that high right there. That put them in an uptrend. So there's USO in an uptrend. Needs to make a higher high now. Okay, so didn't quite get it done yet, but I'd like to see that higher high come in. UNG, that's USO, that's in an uptrend. UNG is supposed to be in an uptrend, but it doesn't know it. All right, we became in an uptrend when we broke this high right here. Okay, we took that out, so now we are now in meltdown mode, making lower highs and lower lows, closing underneath the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. This is the all-time low for UNG. Again, we're in dangerously close to taking out that all-time low right there. So price action yesterday, lower high, lower low, closing under bearish trap under the 17 EMA. UNG still in an uptrend, but definitely acting like a bear. XLI. All right, XLI, new all-time high for XLI. Nice trend, taking out the high. All right, putting that in an uptrend and making new all-time highs. What else made new all-time? XLF, also new all-time highs for XLF. Nice work there. Okay, let's take a look at SMH. SMH took out this high. It's been in an uptrend since it's taken out this high. SMH still in an uptrend. XLK. SMH is our semiconductor index, or ETF. XLK, technology sector, ETF, right there. We've been in an uptrend since we took out that high. See price action here, consolidating up and moving to the right. Again, also in an uptrend. So we got SMH in an uptrend, XLI in an uptrend. We got XLK in an uptrend. We got SMH in an uptrend. Just need to see FNGU is in an uptrend, but it's kind of pulling back right now. Like to see it hold on to that uptrend. And let's go take a look at one more. IYT, here's the transports. Is that today's candle? All right, yesterday's candle. I don't think that's true. I just got to look. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have that big tail at the bottom. I didn't think so. All right, so IYT, all right, now in an uptrend after taking out this high. Yesterday's price action, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap. This tail doesn't exist. It's like a bad data. So IYT, transports, now in an uptrend. So we got a lot of the critical stuff in uptrends. Just need FNGU to kind of spin things around and heading. It's moved up and over to the right. Need it to move just a little bit higher, all right? Need it to move over to the right and then break out and start heading back towards its highs that it made earlier last month. So there's transports. Let's take a look at our economic calendar because we do have some main events coming this week. All right, so on the economic calendar today, not much happening today. Got consumer confidence at 10 p.m. Case-Shiller Home Price Index, 9 a.m. FHFA House Price Index, 9 a.m. as well. Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index, 10 o'clock. Treasury buyback announcement, that's it there. I think the big one for today is going to be consumer confidence right there. It's not the main event this week. Main event is going to be like GDP and NVIDIA earnings. Tomorrow, usually Wednesday is a pretty heavy day. Tomorrow going to be a light day, really. We got petroleum status report at 10:30. Mortgage applications at 7. Really light day. All right, Treasury buyback results, and that's it, really. Light day for Wednesday. Thursday, probably going to be one of the main events this week on top of NVIDIA earnings. GDP comes out at 8:30. International trade and goods at 8:30. Jobless claims at 8:30. But GDP will be the main event, all right? Natural gas report comes out at 10:30. That's 10:30 every Wednesday, every Thursday, almost every Thursday. Wednesday, we have the petroleum status report, 10:30. Always, most of the time on Wednesday. The petroleum on Wednesday and the natural gas on Thursday. Other than that, we'll visit Friday. Not much going on Friday, but the main event is tomorrow night, which is NVIDIA earnings, and Thursday morning, which is GDP 8:30. So we'll see what happens there. On Max Payne, let's see if we can find Max Payne here. Max Payne for the 27th is 560. I see us probably going to visit 560 since we're already there right now. All right. Puts to call ratio. This is the puts that expire today. Less than one put for every call. So we're already at Max Payne, so this becomes irrelevant being since we're already there. All right, and earnings calendar for today. All right, we've got Bank of Montreal, Bank of Nova Scotia, just some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Wednesday's going to be the big day for earnings. NVIDIA, $3 trillion is going to report after the close. Salesforce, $250 billion. They're going to report after the close. Royal Bank of Canada, $160 billion. They're going to report in the morning. Thursday, Dell, Marvell, Autodesk. Nothing that's really going to move the markets a whole lot there, but some familiar names that are going to report. Friday, we've got, again, some more familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Monday, we have same thing. All right, so if the bulls want to get it done, as long as NVIDIA doesn't squash it, the bulls have pretty much free reign. There's nothing on the earnings calendar. I think GDP is going to come in nice and really good, being since the dollar's been falling for a while now. So let's go visit the dollar, see where that's at. So here's the dollar. Here's May. dollar's falling. All right, here's June. June, the dollar went up. Here's July, which will probably be August GDP. Here's July, dollars falling again, making lower lows. All right, and then here's August, again, dollar making even lower lows. So GDP should be pretty good. We'll see what happens, but that's it right there. Again, this morning, I'm going to be looking for on SPY 10-minute downtrends underneath the pivot, which is 560. Green takes out red, red takes out green. Right here, this would be an entry where red takes out green. Right below the body of that green candle right there would be an entry to the downside. I'm more interested in playing the uptrends because the market is bullish. But right now, it's the beginning of the day. If we start having a downtrend, it could run, like I said, all the way back to 557 area, where I could see price probably bouncing at the 557 area. So there's SPY on a 10-minute chart. Again, looking for that 10-minute downtrend under the pivot. We are under the pivot, and red erasing green right there. All right, I expect price to probably come down to this 557 area and challenge that and probably bounce off of it and start heading back towards 562. So we'll see what happens. There's SPY. And that's it right now, traders. If you got any questions, I'll take questions. If not, I'm going to render the video, and I will see you guys in about 50 minutes. All right.